Good morning, Ms. Robinson.
Good morning.
Can you share with the audience how you and I collaborate? That's the first question. And then the second question is how our collaboration has impacted student learning.
Okay. Well, first of all, you and I collaborate every Friday. Well, Thursdays for pre-planning, and on Fridays we collaborate by planning our lessons, looking at student data, seeing where students need to be. So we use collaboration basically throughout the whole school year to make sure our students are learning what they're supposed to learn. Those that need extra support, we know where the support needs to be given, whether it's higher support, lower support. We use collaboration to come in, like you'll come in my classroom, and if I have a question about something, you'll jump right in the lesson and help. You provide feedback so that I'll know what I'm doing well or what I may need to work on. And all those things work together to make sure our students are growing.
Ms. Smith.
Hi.
I have a two-part question for you.
Okay.
Part A, how do you feel the feedback that I give you after an observation assists you as a teacher?
Okay, so the feedback that you receive me after an observation, it helps me to help my students in being able to point out my strengths and my areas of improvement so that I'm able to provide them with better instruction. And not only that, it also helps my students to be able to know that they can easily approach our reading coach around the school with any of their reading academic needs.
So part B, the feedback that I give you, how do you feel like when you implement it, it helps the students in their growth as readers and writers?
Well, for starters, the rubrics that we co-create during our guided planning times, it allows students to be able to use those rubrics as a guide. They not only ask for them when they're in need of them. If they see you walking in the hallway, they'll stop you and they'll ask you for it as well, even though if it's not in the classroom at the time. Not only that, but even with tag feedback, students are already, as much as we are on them about giving tag feedback and even you seeing them and always incorporating that feedback, they are always able to use that to kind of help them with their peers.
Hi, Ms. Johnson and Ms. Martin, second grade team.
Hello.
So the question that I have of you is, in the last 7 years, with me being the literacy specialist here at Hopkins, can you share a challenge that we, as in the second grade team, and I have faced and how we've chosen to overcome it?
I would definitely say just having a new personality come in was challenging. Miss Sumanji reminds me a lot of my mom. All they want to talk about is work. So just learning how to balance that. And so I had to tell her, when I'm having lunch, I don't want to talk about reading.
Right.
If our planning is on Friday, don't come to me on Wednesday, ask me what we're going to plan about on Friday. We'll talk about it on Friday. So just learning how to balance that, and her also recognizing how we felt and us recognizing how she felt, because she knew that, reading is important. We got things to do. We got to do this. We got to do that. But also understanding that we needed time to decompress, or to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, be mentally prepared to talk to her about reading.
Miss Lindsay's overall personality was just a tad bit overbearing when she first came to Hopkins. We're kind of, we get the job done, but we're kind of laid back and more of like a family atmosphere. So when she came in, it was like, this got to be done, this got to be done, this got to be done. In and out of my classroom 7 days out of the 5 days that we here a week. It was like, okay, this is just too much. But over time, we kind of hashed it out by having conversations, and like Johnson said, just kind of expressing how we felt and letting her express how she felt and why things had to be done a certain way. So yeah, that was definitely a challenge at first, but here we are.
And she does and we started to know that if we needed somebody to help us with reading, we knew exactly who to go to.
Exactly.
At first, it was kind of like a button of heads, but at the end of the day, I know if I have any questions about reading or any questions about the standards or anything, I know exactly who to go to and who's going to be able to help me think through it, process through it, all those things. So,
right. And I think we finally realized that. Yeah, I think we finally realized that she was really coming from a good place. you know, all of her overbearance was coming from a good place of really just wanting to be of support, significant support, and it really has been a great help.
Hi, Ms. Lemon.
Hi.
So, as a coach here at Hopkins for the last 7 years, can you share how my heart has developed, or my heart has changed, or how I show heart to the teachers and students here at Hopkins Elementary?
Okay, well, from day one, Miss Mwinji has come in with a heart full for education, a heart full for reading, a heart full for driving our students. One thing that I've noticed is that she's always taught us that every student can read, every student can learn. And so one of the many mottos that we have at Hopkins is that it's all about the children. And so having the heart that she has for that has also allowed me as a teacher to come in to see that my kids can do whatever the expectation is, because they can do whatever they are put their minds to.